Hey guys, it's Jamie here. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you guys have already been here before. Apologizing in advance, I'm probably gonna have a lot of coughing fits. I'm just getting over being sick for the second time. I was literally sick for like 5 days, and then I got better for 2 days, and then now I'm sick again. So, super fun stuff. But I thought in light of being sick, I would share a story time with you guys of something that happened to me this past weekend, and I almost died. Unrelated to being sick, I almost died. Or at least I thought so. So let me just set the scene for you guys. So, normally on Saturdays, everybody in our house is home. Okay? Well, okay, backstory. My boyfriend and I live with my boyfriend's parents, so we're just in like one of the rooms and then they have the other room. So we live with his parents, right? So normally we're all home on Saturdays, everybody's here. Well, last Saturday was different because my boyfriend had to go in for a training on Saturday for a couple hours in the morning. So I knew he was going to be gone, that was fine, we worked everything out, it was all good, okay? And my boyfriend's parents said, hey, we're going to go up to Flagstaff for the weekend, so we're going to leave Saturday morning and we're going to come back Sunday. So I was like, okay, so my boyfriend's not going to be home until probably like 12, so I know not to expect anybody, I know it's going to be quiet in the house, whatever. We've got 4 dogs, so like I had to get up and let them out and everything. But for the most part, I was in my room, I was chilling, I was watching Christmas movies. Yes, I watch Christmas movies in November, don't judge me. I like Christmas and there's no Thanksgiving movies, so if you know of a Thanksgiving movie, drop it in the comment section down below because I would love to watch it. But anyways, I was watching Christmas movies, I was having a chill morning by myself in an empty house, okay? So, fast forward to like 10 o'clock, because I'm having a lazy day, okay? Don't judge me. Lazy day, haven't even gotten out of bed yet, I'm just like chilling, you know, kind of just like cuddling with my dogs, laying in bed, soaking up the Saturday morning. And then I hear, I don't even know if I can recreate the sound. I hear like, not even that. I hear tapping, okay? Like that. Like 6 times, okay? Like, tap, 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 tap. And I'm like, what is that? And I'm just laying in bed thinking, oh, you know what? It's probably one of the dogs. Because what else would it be? I'm home alone. So then I'm like, is that the dishwasher? Is the dishwasher acting up? So I like grab the remote, pause the show, and I'm just laying in bed listening. Because I'm lazy, and again, I don't want to get up and like go all the way out and check out and see what it is if it's just the dishwasher. So I'm just sitting there like, what is this noise? What's going on? What's happening? What is this? And then I hear it again. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, tap, tap. And I'm like, what the heck? And then I hear like pounding. And I was like, okay, what is that? But it doesn't sound like normal. Like it didn't sound like a normal pounding. It sounded like it was on like glass, like on one of the windows. So I was like, oh my God, what? Like, what is going on? Maybe it's like a bird, because in the area we live in, like sometimes the birds, we have bird feeders in the backyard, sometimes the birds like get aggressive and they do crazy things and they like fight each other over the bird feed in the backyard. So I was like, whoa, maybe the birds are being crazy. So I'm like, at this point, okay, I gotta get up and go check it out, see what's happening, make sure everything's all good, make sure the dogs are fine, make sure the cats didn't get out, like make sure everything's all good, okay? So I get up, and the second I get up out of my bed, the dogs go berserk. All 4 dogs. Just like freaking out. And I'm like, y'all, chill out. There's nothing. It's me. I was getting up. It's just me. It's fine. And they are not stopping. They're freaking out now. to the point where I'm starting to feel like, am I safe? What's happening? Why are they like so freaked out? Like they're literally going nuts, like running around the house, all 4 dogs. Usually my dog Lennon is like the most chill of them all, and if he sees me and I say like everything's fine, usually he'll be like, oh, the other dogs are just being dumb. Mom said it's fine, so it's fine. And he'll just stop. But no, his hair was like standing straight up. He's like at my side, will not leave my side, freaking out. And I'm like, oh my god, what's wrong with you guys? Like there's literally nothing. And so I'm like walking around the house and I'm like, in every room I'm like, hello? Literally talking to myself, hello? Like an idiot. And I'm just like walking around and I don't see anything, so I'm like, what is going on? And then I hear it again and it's like bang, 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 bang on the glass. And I was like, okay, that came from the front door for sure this time. So I like quietly walk to the front door because we're not expecting anybody. Like all of our friends, all our family, like they know that we have 4 dogs and that they're crazy. So everybody who knows us knows that when you're coming over, you have to call or text us and let us know so that we can deal with the dogs and put them away and make sure they're calm, so that when we answer the door, we don't have to be like, ooh, dogs, get back, like look out, you know, because our dogs are nuts. Like we've had a break-in before and that like scarred my dogs for life, and now every time somebody's at the door, they just like flip out. So everybody that we know knows us, that they would text or call. So immediately my senses are like, okay, somebody's here and it's definitely not somebody that I know, and I'm home alone. So I'm like, fight mode, don't even hesitate. Like I walk up to the front door and I'm just like, okay, let's be as quiet as possible. And like we have, because the door at my boyfriend's parents' house is like made of obviously it's like a regular door, but then they have this like circle in the middle that's like mosaic glass. I don't know what that's called, but it's like glass, but it's like really, really hard glass, so you can't like break through it. But it's like decorative, right? So you can see through it, but you can't like break it. So they put a curtain over it for like privacy reasons, obviously, because you can see into the house if there's no curtain there. So they put a curtain there. And it has like little like bumps in it, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna be shady and I'm gonna like pull the curtain back a little bit but make it look like the dogs are like pulling the curtain. So I like pull the curtain back and I see standing at our door a very tall, very buff man in a black sweatshirt, long jeans, and a baseball cap and sunglasses. And I immediately think, oh, I'm gonna die. This is how I die. Who the fuck is this? Why are you at my house? Like, and I'm thinking, my boyfriend just left 30 minutes ago. My boyfriend's parents left 15 minutes ago. In my paranoid brain, I literally, my first thought was, oh, somebody was outside watching the house. They watched both of them leave. They thought, oh, those are the only people that live there because now 2 of the cars are gone. And they watched them leave and now they're like, nobody's home. Like we can just go in and like steal everything inside. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Now this person's gonna come in, gonna try and break into our house, see that I'm home, and they're gonna kill me and I'm gonna die, because that's how my paranoid brain works. I immediately think I'm dead. This is it. This is my life. It's over. And I immediately start thinking, okay, how am I gonna be able to get out? Can I get my keys fast enough? Can I get the dogs and run them to my car? Like if this guy gives me a chance, can I like run to the car and like get out, right? Because I'm paranoid. I've told you guys before, I don't know if I've told my first break-in story. I don't think I ever told the first break-in story on this channel. If you guys want that story, leave a comment down below. My house got broken into while I was home a couple years ago, and it like scarred me and my dogs for life because I was home alone. And ever since that moment, I literally, like, my first thought when somebody's here is I'm like, I'm gonna die, because that's how I felt that night that I like first got broken into. It was really scary. So I'm like, how can I get out? Game plan, like what's going on? I'm thinking, do I call the police like right now? Or like, I'm trying to think logically, like, is there any way that this could be somebody here for some reason other than to break into the house? So immediately I text my boyfriend's parents and I'm like, are you guys expecting anybody? Like, what's going on? I tried to call them, but they were driving to Flagstaff, so they had no service and they didn't answer their phones. And I was like, oh my god, and I was gonna call my boyfriend, but he was at work, and I was like, shoot, he's not gonna answer the phone because he's at work, he's in training. Like, I'm home alone and I can't call anybody and I'm gonna die. And I start thinking about like all my friends and family, and I'm like, who can I call? Like what can I do? Like who could get to me? And then I'm like, man, do I really need to call the police? I don't want to be that person that calls the police and then it turns out to just be like something really stupid, or like a Amazon delivery package guy just like knocking on the door because the doorbell didn't work. I don't know, like I just didn't want to call the police because I feel bad. Like I feel like there are people out there who have actual real emergencies, so I don't want to call if I'm just being dumb, you know what I mean? So I was like, okay, police will be like a last resort. Okay, let's just wait this out for a minute. Keep in mind, only like a couple minutes had gone by and I'm already thinking death. Okay, because I'm paranoid, I can't help it. And so I like pull the curtain back and I like see him and I think, wow, I'm gonna die. And so I'm like, okay, he's at the door. So clearly he's at the door for a reason. It's not like he's fucking breaking down the windows already. Oh, I didn't even tell you guys. Oh my god. So when I first saw him, I looked down at the door and I realized the door is unlocked. And I was like, I'm for sure gonna die, because if he wants to get in here, the door's just unlocked. Like he wouldn't even need to break in. It's literally just unlocked. And so I like very, very slowly like put my hand on the door and I'm like, okay, put the hand on the door and like push in, because our door is like, I don't know if your guys' door is like this, but if it's not like pushed in all the way, like the door won't lock or unlock, if that makes sense. Our door's like that. So I very, very slowly like pushed the door in and then I like slid the lock. So I go into like the other front room that we have to where I can see him, but he cannot see me because the window has a screen on it. So you can't see into it, but you can see out of it. So I was like, okay, let me peel back the little blinds. And I'm just standing there like a weirdo, just like watching him like, what you doing? Like, let's see how it goes. And then he starts looking in the windows and the dogs are going nuts, by the way. Like so slowly. I was like, so that it wouldn't make a noise, because again, I'm paranoid and I didn't want him to know that I was home. So I like locked the door and then I'm like looking out the other front room window and then I think, oh my god, all of the other doors and windows are probably unlocked, because again, everybody knew that I was gonna be home. Who locks all their doors and their windows while they're home? Like, I don't know about you guys, but when I was chilling in bed, like my window was wide open. I was enjoying the fresh air. I was chilling, like having a good day. And I'm like, oh my god, all of the other doors and windows are unlocked. So now I'm in my little pajamas and I'm like running around the house and I'm like, oh my god, I gotta lock all the doors. So I like run and like lock the door, put the board in the door, because we have sliding glass doors. So like those are super easy to break into if you don't have like a stopper. So I like put the stopper in the door, then I like run to the other sliding glass door and I like put the stopper in that door, and I like close all the blinds, and I like run to all the windows and I like lock all the windows. I'm like, close all the windows, okay. And I'm like, okay, everything's all good. And then I run back out to the front and I don't see him, but his truck is still there. And I was like, fuck, now he's really gonna break in because he thinks that nobody's home because I didn't answer the door and nobody's home. That's what he's gonna think. So now he's just gonna break in and I'm just gonna be here like, hi, I'm here. I'm just a pansy and I didn't want to answer the door, so please don't kill me, you know? Shoot, I gotta get eyes on him. And then I realized I don't have my phone with me. I have nothing. So I run to the kitchen and I grab the biggest steak knife I can find. Well, it wasn't really like a steak knife, it was like a butcher knife. Like, don't ever play pranks on me. Seriously, because I don't mess around. Like, I will cut a bitch if I need to. So I grab a knife, and I must have looked like a mad person. I grab a knife, I run into my bedroom, I grab my phone. At this point, I'm shaking because, again, I'm paranoid and I literally think I'm gonna die. So I'm shaking, and I'm like, okay, do I call the police? Like, what do I do? Do I call the police? I don't know. Do I call the police? No. Okay, think logically. Let's call my mom, okay? Because then worst case scenario, if something did happen, I'm on the phone with my mom and I could be like, Mom, I'm dying, call 911. My mom has my address, she knows where I live, she doesn't live in this state, but if she needed to call the police and have them sent to my house, like she could do that for me. So I was like, okay, call my mom, I know she's home, call my mom. Okay, grab the knife, grab the phone, I'm shaking, I'm like, Mom, Mom, and she was like, what's wrong? And I was like, I'm gonna die. And I just start crying on the phone, and she's like, okay, you need to calm down. Wow, I just made myself tear up. Such a good actress. Wow. I'm like full on crying, and she's like, you need to calm down because I can't understand what you're saying. And I was like, I'm gonna die. And she's like, what's happening? Tell me calmly. And I was like, somebody's at my house. And she's like, what do you mean somebody's at your house? And I'm like, I'm home alone and somebody's here that's not supposed to be here, and I'm scared and I'm freaking out, and I think he's gonna break in, and I think he's gonna kill me, and I'm gonna die, and I just wanted to call you because I didn't know if I should call the police, and I didn't know if I was overreacting, and I'm just really freaking scared, and yeah, I need to have you on the phone, so just in case something happens, I might need you to call 911 for me. So yeah. So now I freak my mom out, and she's like, oh my god, somebody's here. So she grabs my dad and she's like, honey, come here. She's like, what does she do? Does she call 911? Like, what should she do? Somebody's at the house. And my dad's like, yes, call 911. Like, what are you doing? Call 911, obviously. Oh my god, sorry. I'm so sick, so my throat is like really, really dry. I have to keep drinking, otherwise I'm gonna die. And so at this point I realized, oh my god, I left my window open. Like, my window was not only not locked, but it was fully open. So if he really wanted to get in, he could literally just like kick the screen in. And I was like, oh my god. And I only ever leave the window open like when I'm home because our bed is right next to the window. So like realistically, if somebody was trying to break in, like I would see them because like my window faces like the gate. So like I would see them and be able to close the window like before, you know what I mean? Okay, it's hard to explain, whatever. So our window was open because I was laying in bed. And then I was like, oh my god, our window's just gaping open. So I was like, hold on, I have to close the window. So I like run and I close the window, and as I'm closing the window, I see him walking in our backyard, and I literally froze. I was like, I'm like, don't see me, don't see me, don't see me, don't see me. Like, I just stood completely still. I don't know why I thought like I was standing in front of the window, but I was like, if I just stand completely still, he won't see me. So I'm like, so I'm full on crying on the phone with my mom, holding a knife. My dogs are still going nuts. Literally, he like walked through the backyard and was like looking around, but like he didn't have anything with him. He was just looking around the backyard, and I was like, what is happening? Why is this happening right now? Like, I'm freaking out, literally crying. Tell my mom, like, he's just walking around the backyard. He's just making himself at home. Like, I don't know what the fuck he's doing, but like he's just walking around the backyard, like looking at the windows. And I was like, ah, I don't want to die in my pajamas. And my mom's like, what? And I was like, I've been sick and like I don't feel good, so I haven't showered in like 2 days, and I'm in my pajamas and my hair's all greasy, and like I have no makeup on, and like I don't want to die looking like this. And my mom's like, there's somebody in your backyard. And I was concerned with what I looked like. Yes. Hi, I'm Jamie. I'm a millennial. Nice to meet you. So anyways, I am watching him, and then the dogs are like jumping on the back door, jumping on the back door, jumping on the back door, and he like stops and he's like looking at the dogs, and he's like just like staring through our back door. And I was like, I'm gonna throw up. Like, I don't feel good already. I had a fever. Like, I just was feeling really, really sick. And I was like, I'm literally gonna throw up or like pee my pants or something. Like, I'm literally gonna die. I was so scared. Like, when I tell you guys, I was literally shaking. Like, I was vibrating, just tears streaming uncontrollably. I feel like it was just, I was like, this is the end. This is it. This is how I go. So I finally am like watching him, and then he like disappears. So I like run to my bedroom to see if I can like see him again, and he was gone. And I was like, what the heck? Like, he's just gone. And so I like run to the front window again to see if I can see him again. And I'm like looking at the truck because I don't see him yet. I'm like looking at the truck and I don't see anything like on the side. Like, you know how sometimes maintenance trucks will have like, oh, like maintenance 101 or like ABC whatever air conditioning company, like it'll have like a name on it. And so I was like looking at the truck and I couldn't see one, like a logo, and I was like, okay, this is just some random guy's truck, so it really is just somebody trying to break in, I guess, and they were just had the truck here so that if they got like big items, they could like fit them in the truck. And I'm like trying to explain this logically to myself, that I'm like, at least if I can get out, like I don't give a shit about our stuff. Like I would so much rather give up my stuff than give up my life. Like, I'm not trying to die for my TV, you know what I mean? Like, just called insurance, you know? And so I was like, okay, I gotta like make a game plan. Like next time he goes to the backyard, I'm just gonna like book it with the dogs and just like run and like get out and like get in my car, throw the dogs in the car and just like take off, right? And so I'm like standing there and I'm like, okay, like I'm ready. I'm like, what do I do? And so I'm like watching him and he like gets back to the truck and he's like digging around in the back for something, and I was like, all right, let's fucking go. Like I'm ready. And I'm like trying to hype myself up because I was so scared. And he leans down in the truck and he grabs something and I was like, what is that? And then he like puts it on his back and I was like, okay, what is that? It's not like chemicals. And he turns around and he moves out of the way of the truck, and I like lean over to the very side of the window, and in big letters on the side of the truck, what do I see? None other than pest control. And which I don't know about you guys, but our pest control comes like every 3 months, so like sometimes we forget about it. And like, I guess this month was just one of those months that nobody remembered that the pest control was coming, so nobody thought to tell me that they were coming on the one day that I was gonna be home alone. And because the guy didn't ring the doorbell like a normal person, I don't know why he didn't ring the doorbell. He was like tapping on the glass, which freaked me out. I feel like if he would have just rang the doorbell, I would have like peeked my head out and been like, who is it? And then he would have been like, pest control. And I would have been like, go ahead. Instead of starting my morning with tears and fright. But yeah, so it was the pest control guy, and then he got the backpack on with all the chemicals in it, and he walked around the yard and he sprayed for bugs, and then he left. And then I felt like an idiot because I spent 40 minutes freaking out thinking I was gonna die because the pest control guy decided to tap on the window instead of ringing the doorbell. Who does that? I don't know, but he did, and it scared the shit out of me, and I literally was like, this is the end of my life. So then I felt like an idiot because I literally was 2 seconds away from calling the police. I'm not even joking. Like, I literally was telling my mom, I was like, I'm gonna hang up and call the police. I'm gonna hang up and call the police. I'm gonna hang up and call the police. Like, do I call the police? Do I call the police? And she was like, yeah, call the police. And I was like, okay. And then I literally, I don't know why, something in my brain, I was like, I was getting ready to hang up with her and she was like, I think you need to call the police. And I was like, okay, I'm going to. I just want to watch him for one more second. And she was like, I really think you need to call the police. And my dad was saying it too. He was like, you need to call the police. And I was like, okay, I just want to, like, for one more second, I just want to watch him and like, I want to make sure that like I'm in danger before I take the police away from a job that they're like supposed to be doing and then bring them to my house for a fucking pest control guy. Like, can I just say I'm so glad I didn't call the police? Because how embarrassing would that be if this guy's just out here doing his job and I call the police and the police roll up and they're like, whoop whoop, and they get there and they're like, ma'am, this is your pest control. Like, I'm an idiot. I'm sure the police would be like, you know, better safe than sorry. You should always call the police if you feel frightened. I know, but like, God, how much of an idiot do I look like if I call the police on my own pest control? Somebody who I literally hired to come to my house and to break into my backyard. Like, oh my God, I'm an idiot. And oh, I almost just knocked that over. I'm an idiot, and that's my little story time for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed me making a fool of myself. I can't tell if this video has been blurry or if it's just my eyes because I'm sick. I also like can't see anything, can't really hear because my ears are really popped. But yeah, that was my little story time for you guys. If you want to hear more story times of me sounding like an absolute idiot, let me know in the comments down below. I feel like I have a lot of really crazy stories that actually turn out to like not be that crazy, and I'm just an idiot and I overreact and I'm paranoid about like literally everything. But yeah, so that's my story time, and thanks for watching. If you liked it, give this video a big thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this, let me know down in the comments below. If you guys have any crazy story times, or if you've like seen crazy story time videos, or if you're a YouTuber yourself and you've told a story time, leave a link to it in the comments down below because I want to watch it to make sure that I'm not the only idiot out there that, you know, mistook a really safe situation for a really scary one. Anyways, that's everything. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! What am I doing with my hands? I don't know. I'm sick. Alright, bye.